It is that time of year again. Strawberries, cream, rain, maybe sunshine. Wimbledon starting on Monday. The tournament often inspires people to pick up a racket, maybe for a fortnight. But what about after that?
Well, this week the Lawn Tennis Association was warned it could miss out on millions of pounds of funding unless more people are encouraged to play the game more regularly. Tim Muffett's in East London this morning to find out what's being done to get teenagers involved. Morning, Tim.
Yes, good morning to you from St Paul's Way School in Bow in East London. Got a bit of breakfast tennis for you this morning. What a better way to start the day. Plenty of enthusiasm here, but getting kids enthusiastic about tennis has historically been a bit of a challenge. And as you say, Sport England gave a bit of a warning to the Lawn Tennis Association this week, saying that unless they, amongst other things, prove that they're doing more to get people playing the game, get more people playing the game, then they could miss out on around £10 million worth of funding. Now, the LTA say it's doing what it can. It's working with a number of organisations and sporting charities. There's one called Greenhouse, which is running this project in this school. There's another by the name of Street Games, and they've come up with an intriguing new concept, the pop-up tennis club. Canning Town in East London is 15 miles from Wimbledon, but as far as engagement with tennis goes, it's felt more like a million miles.
No one's really interested in it because you see, everyone knows about football, everyone knows about basketball. Young people think you have to join a club.
I've never really tried tennis because there's no people playing tennis near my house.
Okay, you're my favourite player, my new favourite player, okay?
In the local park, a pop-up tennis club has, well, popped up, run by the sports charity Street Games.
The idea of a pop-up club is that you're taking an activity into a community where you don't necessarily need specialist facilities or equipment. You take a pop-up net, some rackets and balls, and you get young people playing some tennis.
Traditionally, tennis has been seen as an elitist sport, hasn't it, where you have to join an expensive club. How has that changed?
I think it is an image and a perception around tennis. I think young people feel like a tennis isn't really a sport that is for them, and I think that is exactly what the pop-up tennis club programme is about.
There are plenty of theories as to why more people don't take up tennis. The weather, poor quality public courts, the elitist image. Whatever the actual reasons, getting people to take up the sport has proved challenging for many years. Around 424,000 people aged 16 and over now play tennis once a week, according to Sport England. The number has risen slightly compared to the previous year, but it's down by almost 13% since 2008, when 487,000 were playing weekly. And Sport England research also shows that people from better off backgrounds are nearly twice as likely to play the game. Do you think it's still seen as elitist by some?
I think that the fact that obviously Wimbledon is a massively powerful thing for tennis, and it gives us more reach and coverage than we would have. However, I think it also creates a certain impression of the sport. But I think the reality, like you can see today, is the fact that it is a sport that anyone can play. When Sport England said that they're going to potentially cut your funding, unless your participation levels go up, is that a fair thing for them to say, do you think? The signs are promising that we will be able to secure that funding. They know that we're doing everything that we can. If you're doing everything you can, why hasn't it happened? We have turned a corner. The most recent results show an increase in the amount of people that are playing tennis. We know we've got some way to catch up to previous years, and we're working hard to do that.
Pop-up tennis clubs will be popping up across the UK, championing a sport that doesn't just improve fitness, but that'll soon dominate the national conversation.
Who do we want to win Wimbledon this year?
Murray! That's right, yeah. Come Monday, we'll all be talking about tennis. A quick chat to Rachel. You're from the LTA, you're the community project manager, aren't you, for this project here? Are the LTA doing enough to get people playing?
Yes, I think so. I mean, our ultimate goal is to get more people playing more often, and that includes people from audiences that are perhaps not traditionally associated with tennis. And key to doing that is working with partners like you've just seen with Street Games and also Greenhouse charity here up and down the country to make sure we're doing that. Is tennis a tough sell for kids, do you think? I think sometimes it can be perceived that way. However, I found in this area particularly where, which I cover in Tower Hamlets, that once you find ways to tap into those perhaps non-traditional audiences, the appetite for tennis is actually fairly large, quite massive.
Okay, Rachel, thanks ever so much indeed. Well, best of luck with the project here. Let's have a quick chat to one player. I'm going to quickly interrupt your game, Samira. So, do you enjoy playing tennis? What do you make of it?
Yeah, I love tennis because it's something that you enjoy and make new friends. I play twice a week and I've learned this in just 2 years.
OK, you carry on with your game. Sorry to interrupt you. You're playing very well. A lot of people enthusiastic here this morning. Over the years, it's been a bit of a tougher challenge to get people playing, but there's every confidence that more people will get involved and that funding will be secured.
Good. Thank you very much indeed, Tim. Hope to see you